This is the Dreaming Insomniacs, the podcast. And today, our season 2, episode 8, special guest is Killjoy Jake. He has a YouTube channel and a Patreon. So we're here to talk about some horror movies and other things. So to get started, what made you want to start a career in making YouTube videos?
Well, I've been on YouTube for a while now, just doing a whole bunch of different stuff. This is kind of my first attempt at film YouTube, though. I used to do like these like horrible skits. Like they weren't really funny. I thought they were funny. Nah. No. So I did that for a couple years. That was fun. But like I said, like nothing's really started to take off like this now, which has been fun. So this is honestly, I enjoy doing this a million times more than that.
Yeah, it's fun. Especially when you love scary movies.
Oh yeah. I've always had a passion for them, and now like to be like having a career based off of that, it's so cool. It's so cool. I have so much fun doing it. It would be weird for me to not do it at this point. Like it's just a part of my life at this point. I've said that a couple times now, but yes.
Nice, man. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, no, it's great.
Tell me a bit about yourself. Where you're from?
I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, born and raised. Definitely I'm not exactly super proud of being from here, but it's it's not the worst.
Better than some places, yeah. Better than Detroit.
Yeah, I mean exactly. So it's been fun. Like I said, like I've grown up just watching scary movies.
Yeah.
I love I just love being scared. I'm an adrenaline junkie. I posted a video maybe like a month ago of me at Cedar Point, which is like a amusement park around here. I did like one of these like swings, and it's literally you're just on like this bungee like cord and a harness, and you just swing from like point to point. Absolutely terrifying. I loved it though. Like I'm
the same way. I go on all the rides.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You have to.
Don't miss anything there. So yeah, I've just always been an adrenaline junkie. I love horror movies. They're like one of my favorites. And now I'm just talking about them on the internet. It's great.
Yeah, and you're getting numbers, so
it's a great side effect.
Yeah, it's the market showing, hey, we want you, and not in a bad way.
Yeah, I don't like it's great. Honestly, I do it without the subscribers and stuff. I just love talking about horror movies, so I'm a lucky guy.
Do what you love. I respect that 100%.
Oh yeah.
So to shift on to the next question, how hyped are you for Scream 5, and what are your theories of what's going to happen in the film?
Oh, I'm so hyped for Scream 5. I'm like, honestly, I think it's the movie I'm the most excited about that I'm covering right now, because like, I love Radio Silence. Their track record is amazing. Like compared to like every other new movie that's coming out, like I'm just the most excited about this because like Radio Silence can do no wrong. Everything they touch goes to absolute gold. And the fact that they're doing the Scream, like one of my favorite horror franchises, I'm very excited for it. I think it's going to be fantastic. I have talked about this openly on my channel. I think it's definitely going to be the best sequel, like for sure. That's how much I like Radio Silence, man. So
nice. As I said on my last interview, I still have yet to check out Ready or Not, but I will.
Oh man, you're in for it, man. That's a good one. That's one of their best for sure.
On a different level, it's a really good one I checked out recently. It's more on like a comedic satire side of horror.
Yeah,
the Hunt, right? All these conspiracy theorists were all like, oh, they're trying to condone this when the movie's made for those people.
It's very interesting. Like I can't tell, like they don't pinpoint one perspective or the other as like the good guy, like typically you'll see that in like some movies, and I kind of like that. It's just
nobody in that movie is the good guy. That's why I like it.
It focuses on the like the schism between the two as like the negative opponent.
Yeah,
the negative
it also provides solutions for everyone. There's great lessons of what not to do in that film.
Right. I like it.
Hunt people for sport. Be smart about who you expose.
Right. It's I like how it focuses on that stuff instead of just blaming one side or the other. It's cool.
Right. It's deeper than just your average satire horror, and it's more of an action thriller.
Yeah, it's tough to call that one a horror film. Same with the Purge movies. Like it's like, are those horror films or are those just like really bloody?
First one reminded me a lot of The Strangers, so maybe the first one.
Yeah,
but they more turn it like the second. I only saw the first two, so the second one that goes in straight action land.
Yeah, oh for sure.
The
The
only
third
thing I
one's my
don't like
favorite though,
about
man.
that one is the unnecessary innocent deaths. That's sort of why I just hopped out of that franchise. But I hear they make great statements in the coming ones after that, so that's good too.
Did you see the Forever Purge? Oh, you haven't seen the
I
Forever
haven't
Purge
seen
yet, have you?
any of them after Anarchy, so
Okay.
I have to
Yeah,
catch up.
that's you should see the Forever Purge, but it's my least favorite of the whole series, I
On the
think,
newest one?
honestly. Yeah, a lot of people loved it though, which is great.
Yeah.
I'm glad people liked it. So
Seems like Double Toasted really liked it, which is cool.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's great.
Yeah. Number three is, are there any other genres besides the genre of horror that intrigue you or that you're an avid fan of?
You know, man, I'm on both sides of the spectrum with movies and TV. Like I love the horrible, gritty, dark, evil, bloody stuff, but then I also love like kids movies.
Yeah.
Like every Pixar movie that comes out, I try to see it like the day it comes out. I still haven't seen Luca yet, but I'm really pumped for that as well. And Studio Ghibli, I think it's pronounced, or Ghibli, I don't know if that's correct. I'm a huge fan of those movies too. Very trippy. It's hard to call those movies kids movies. They're just incredible animated films. That's kind of what I'm dedicating my second channel to, because like I don't know if people, the horror loving fans on my main channel would be interested in me talking about Pixar movies.
Yeah,
So,
I feel that. I do something similar with music where my band is the Dreaming Insomniacs, and then I have a side project called 996, which is more like of the lo-fi indie stuff. I mean, our stuff, the Dreaming Insomniacs, is technically indie, but it's a little more hi-fi than 996. And people have different tastes. So some people like 996 more, some people like the Dreaming Insomniacs more. Some people don't even know about the other one. So
that's really cool, man.
Oh, yeah. You got to filter
really
out your different interests.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Keep it in separate places too.
Yeah, but have like a very similar lesson without saying the same thing.
Yeah.
At least that is the way it is with music.
So you do podcasts as well, then? You have like two bands and podcasts.
This year.
Okay.
It's only because of Michael Rosenbaum and Jamie Kennedy. They were like responding to my comments, and I was like, "Well, looks like I'm gonna have to start doing this."
Nice.
But
That's
I've
really
been planning on it for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, no, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, Apple took it off of their store for a while, and it's kind of funny that I had to publicly threaten to sue them for them to even respond, because it took them a week to say anything. They weren't going to say anything, but then I called them out, and then they put the show back on the store.
What?
Yeah,
they
put the show back on the store.
Oh, that's wild, man. Oh,
yeah, they're like, you can fill out the legal process here, and here, and I'm like, no.
You're
gonna put my show back on the store.
Oh my god, I'm sorry you had to deal with that, man. Jeez.
That's all right. It's okay. Whatever. Yeah. I'm fighting censorship here. These people try to say these private platforms have they don't have to answer to the law because they're private companies. But when people are using them in a country where you have free speech, freedom of press, freedom of religion, all of those things, and you're in that land where those federal laws resonate with the public, it needs to be followed. So that's, I mean, as much as I don't agree with the governor of Florida for a lot of things, he is for free speech on civil rights and free speech on social media. So, and that's where I am too. That doesn't condone people going out and being racist. You know, it doesn't include pedophiles. It doesn't include evil people. I'm talking about good people who just want to, help the world become a better place, like myself, by sharing what I enjoy, like you as well. And that's just essentially where I'm at with everything. So just standing up to it and saying something. Don't be afraid to tag Apple in an Instagram story. They'll see it. They might not respond, but they will see it.
Yeah, it seems like it's that way on YouTube sometimes. Like they really just don't want some content on there. And it's like, I think like if you're putting
out messing with your numbers, I've had them do that to me.
Yeah. It's like if you're just putting out like silly stuff, I feel like you should be able to say what you want, just nothing that's like you said, nothing like fucked up.
Right. There's another side project, and fine, I'll admit it, it's me. We have a side project called Falafel Dragon, where I created this character named Jackson Marquise, right?
Yeah.
And it started off because I was playing music at a place in Daytona called, there's a bunch of different restaurants in a strip and bars owned by this one rich guy, right?
Yeah.
And it sucks because I have a lot of friends who are truthfully of this faith. So when people lie about it, it's really unfortunate because it's they have a long history of dealing with shit. So this guy claims to be Jewish, but he's really an abuser. And he goes around saying he's spiritual and all this whenever allegations come out, right? So like I've listened to people who've worked for him. I've seen him around young girls. I've talked to friends of mine who are like, I don't want to work for him because he spends time around young girls. Yeah, he's a pedophile, and it's really bad. And he doesn't only do that. He rapes his employees and takes a blackmail video, makes them sign an NDA, and pretty much has a whole mind control operation where his workers will claim to be your friend. They'll get involved in your life and then come up with a way to instill blackmail on you, which is what they tried to do to me. And I succeeded through it because I exposed them. And it's interesting because here in Daytona Beach, Volusia County, all of the bars and restaurants and all of these awesome places started following my band after I exposed this place publicly. But I had to be careful about it. So coming up with a side project where I'm acting like I'm a Russian mobster, right? Where there's filth, like a lot of the music is it's like some of it's electronic with some singing, and the album is rap, right? So it's explicit, and I do say things that are shock value, but it's the only way I could safely do it. Now, if people are just going out there and saying evil shit for the sake of saying evil shit, then they shouldn't be doing that, and they should know better.
Yeah. Wow.
Right.
I mean,
sorry to throw all that in there.
No, I wasn't mentally prepared for all that, so I'm just like, whoa, oh my god.
I wasn't gonna throw it out there, but I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did. I needed to.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you've done a lot. That's a lot of good stuff. So
Feds are getting ready to shut him down. I'm glad I got away.
Yeah.
Said something about it. I didn't take his dirty money ever. And I cut those people out of my life, and I'm a lot happier.
That's good. That's really good.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna sit there and just enable something and let it happen.
That's the worst thing you can do is nothing in that situation. Yeah.
And it's not false claiming. That's the thing. They can't sue me for slander or libel because the information is true.
Yeah.
So whatever.
So horror movies.
It's like the real life horror movie, bro. I'm telling you. I mean, it's Florida.
Yeah.
What do you expect? This is
it's Florida.
That's like Wendy's got robbed with an alligator, and a man got charged with armed robbery. Literally.
Well, that's pretty funny.
Wendy's. I mean, it's also the state where people were dressing up like clowns and hanging out on the side of the road back in 2014.
Oh, we had some of that in Ohio too. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. We had. So I'm from like suburbs of Cleveland, pretty much, and there's a couple towns around here, like Parma and Brunswick, where it's like they had like just clowns hanging out at gas stations and stuff, and people were like recording them. I saw them on like my friends' stories and stuff, and I'm just like, oh, what the hell, dude? I'm not getting gas anytime soon. Hell no.
Reminds me of Zombieland.
Oh yeah, the clown at the end of that movie. Oh yeah.
I saw the sequel recently, and it's not nearly as bad as people say it is.
I really liked it. Yeah, I mean, for 10 years from not playing those characters, I mean, I think everybody does a really good job. For sure.
I think it's funny how they went from like just these actors in a movie to Oscar nominated this, award nominated that, because they've all done something with their career since. I love that.
Oh yeah. Really cool. Really cool.
And Woody Harrelson is fucking hilarious.
He's honestly, he's my favorite from both of those movies. He's so funny.
Or should have.
The Twinkies, man. That is like the funniest.
He finally
joke.
gets his Twinkie, and thank God he's not on in the second one about it. That's the one thing I was okay with. No mention of Twinkies in the sequel.
It was a good joke though in the first one. I don't know.
It's a big ad for Twinkies and Snowballs and Hostess.
Right.
And they went out of business for a bit and came back.
Yeah, what was up with that? I did not keep up with that at all.
Yeah, they survived. Blockbuster didn't.
No. Yeah. There should be a Blockbuster streaming service, Like, why did they never do that?
They tried, I believe. I could be wrong, but
that's pretty funny,
they tried.
Though.
And also, I think they had the opportunity to buy Netflix at one point in the late.
I did read about that for like nothing too. It was like pennies or something like $20,000 or something ridiculous like that, and they were like, nah.
Yeah. Oh god, that's a bad move. Kind of like how I pay attention to like stuff, right? And people aren't always right when they have like a hinting about something, but people with careers do, like, a lot of the time know what's up, right?
Mhm.
So I listened to Jamie Kennedy's podcast, hate to break it to you, and he was mentioning how he thinks AMC is going to take a rise, right? And then it
Yeah.
does, right? And I
Mhm.
was talking to this other person who had investments, right? And they were saying, "Oh man, I should have invested in AMC." And it's funny because they don't keep up with like culture and things like that. They stay out of it, and that's part of the issue as to why they didn't know about that.
Yeah.
It's good to keep up, you know,
Mhm.
to
Yeah. Oh
listen
yeah.
to informed people who know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've I haven't listened to his podcast, but I've watched Jamie Kennedy's like YouTube channel a bit. Like he does
Yeah.
those, you see those videos he does
They
on
go
like
hand
the
in hand. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. He does like those videos on like his appearances in like the first and second Scream. Those are pretty good.
Those are great. Yeah,
Yeah.
he has a bunch of series. How I Got Cast In, Why Hollywood Is Dying. I'm not trying to turn this into a plug for my buddy, but
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
he's also in Scream, so it kind of already is a plug.
Right. Yeah.
And I
It's
want them to
related.
bring him back. Like I was talking to his assistant after the interview I did with Zach Cherry about
Mhm.
how I want to help ensure that Jamie Kennedy gets back into the Scream franchise in some way. So that's for the both of us. Hopefully, we can get that happening because
I would love Randy back in the Scream movies, man. I
they did
mean,
him dirty
they did
multiple
do him
times.
dirty.
Multiple times. They told him to come back for Scream 4 and then changed their mind.
Oh,
Mhm.
what?
Yeah.
Dude, he would have been so good in that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's unfortunate, but he deserves better. He deserves to be, like I said, he deserves to be in better stuff. He deserves
Yeah.
better roles. He's a great actor. He actually is. He has skill. Some of the best impressions I've heard.
Isn't he in some of the like the later Tremors movies?
He's only in 6.
He's
That's
only in
another. He
6.
was
Okay.
saying also, I like him because he's honest, right?
Yeah.
Like he admits that Weinstein's a piece of shit. He admits the whole Epstein thing's true. He also he admits to, if he was doing things for money, he would have done Tremors 7, and he didn't when they made it.
Yeah.
About that.
Yeah, the 7th one was
Right.
garbage. He's really, the ones he's in are actually really good. They're cheesy, but it's Jamie Kennedy and oh my god, I already forgot the guy that plays the old dude, but he's also fantastic.
He was in the first one, right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah, the one that
Burt
survived.
Gummer.
Badass dude. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in all. I think he's in all of them. It's just
Yeah, he's in all of them, yeah.
he just
The
turns
one
into more
thing-
of the ridiculous character throughout the sequels.
So he's like the Loomis.
yeah, essentially. Yeah, he's the Dr. Loomis to the Michael Myers graboids, right?
Right. I don't know. I still think Donald Pleasance did a great job. Even
Oh,
in the
and
last
Halloween,
one,
yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it
Assholes cut most of his footage.
yeah.
Uh,
Wasn't there like a whole ending scene in that last one that he's in?
I'm trying not to bring up the certain people that produced that. I'm trying to not bring up these topics.
Yeah.
I did the last. I've done the last few times, so I'm trying to like go to positive land. I don't like thinking about.
Don't want it to be all drama. I want it to be
that movie's just like I said in the last one, just an expose of who they are.
Of the
same with
the later
Scream 3,
Halloween films.
Same with Scream. That last one, just the curse of Michael Myers.
Okay, yeah, I got you.
But also, Scream 3 and some stuff in Scream 4. I don't know if you saw the interview yet. You should watch it. It's actually really good. So plug for Zach Cherry as well. Subscribe.
Yeah. Oh, I love his channel. Yeah,
he follows you on Instagram.
Yeah, we follow each other. Yeah, he's makes some really good content, man. Highly recommend his stuff. Oh yeah. I haven't talked to him personally though. He seems like a cool dude.
Shoot him a message. He'd love to hear from you.
I should say, what's up, man? How you doing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
I'll mention to him after that I gave him a plug in this.
Yeah. Heck
and
yeah.
I'll send this to Jamie Kennedy's people as well.
Cool. Yeah. Tell Jamie I said hi.
Well, I'll send him the link to the podcast and he can hear it himself if he wants.
Oh, well, I hope he knows that Randy's easily my favorite Scream character. So
fair enough.
Oh yeah, there we go. I just want to put that. I mean, if he's gonna watch this, I got to say that.
If he does, you never know.
Questions, right? Yeah,
he's super busy with stand up, so it's like you gotta get him at the right time.
I gotcha. Yeah. Do you like Scream 3 or Scream 4 more? Like,
see, this is funny. Zach and I were talking about this. I I used to be more Scream 4 because I saw it on My Soul to Take in theaters, and I did not like that movie. And
Yeah.
actually, no, I didn't see it in theaters. I saw it on a Netflix DVD back before streaming was really a big thing. And
That
again,
came out the same year, right?
the year before.
The year before, okay.
I did not like that movie. It was really bad.
No.
But I mean, the Nightmare on Elm Street remake that came out the same year is worse. So
yeah.
we'll throw that in there again. But Scream 4 I saw in theaters with my stepmom on April 15, 2011. And for the longest time, I loved it more than 3. But there's a movie within 4 from all the deleted footage that's better than the film we got.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Now that I have not seen. That would be interesting to watch.
Well, unfortunately, because Zach Cherry had a great video on it, the uploader removed the extended cut version. So if you figure out where the scenes go and you want to make an edit yourself, grab all of the deleted scenes that make sense, because most of them do, some of them don't. Like one of them doesn't. One of them doesn't fit. And you want to cut that together, you can have. But you got to replace the opening with the alternate opening because it's way better.
Yeah, that opening to Scream 4, it's not great.
It's because it was. Well, go and watch the alternate opening.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Okay.
It's on
okay,
YouTube.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
It's on YouTube. You can find it. It's so much better.
Okay.
So much better. Again, executive reshoot decisions from people who I'm not going to mention the name of again.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I rewatched Scream 3 the other day because like I posted something on like Twitter. I was like, okay, let's settle this, and it was literally just a poll with Scream 3 and Scream 4.
It's not as bad as people say it is.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I definitely was saying like that whole time. I'm like, yeah, I think I like Scream 4 better than Scream 3. But going back,
oh yeah, kills, yeah, okay. Scream 4.
The kills in Scream 4 are fantastic.
Scream 3 is a funnier movie. It's better written, I think, in some ways. I think it's better acted in some ways, except for the extra characters who are on the set of the film. They're kind of meant to suck. That's the point.
I think if you like trim the fat with Scream 3, it's a better movie. But same thing with 4. Like 4, you just take out some, like there's so many meta jokes. You take out half of them. 4's a way better movie.
They tried too hard with the comedy in 4. At least the comedy in Scream 3 works.
Yes, I agree. Scream 3 has that positive over the 4th film, but it's just like Ghostface being so gory. I actually don't mind the killers, even though some people like despise Jill. I don't know.
Yeah, so I'll tell you my story on this. Okay. I guessed Rory Culkin from the trailer, and I was fine with it. The first trailer, I knew it. I was like, that's the killer right there. That's one of them. And then I find out who the second one is on the day it comes out, because this is before like internet spoilers are really easily accessible, when you could like go into a forum and it's like, do you really want to see the spoilers to this movie? And I clicked, yeah. And then I was like, Jill, what the fuck? No. But then I saw the movie and I was like, whoa.
I don't hate it. I mean, I think it's a little cliche that she's doing
it's a little nuts.
It's totally nuts.
Better in some aspects. But
oh man, I know people who would strongly disagree with that. I mean, I don't know if I so much disagree with that. I think she's fine.
I think her aunt's a better actress.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's hard to disagree with that.
Yeah. Oh, I love her role in The Hunt though.
Yeah, where she just blows up in the first minute.
That's bad. I shouldn't say. No, it's like you think she's gonna be like the lead in the movie, and then she like lets out 2 words and boom, it's like, whoa, what the fuck?
Very similar to opening of the original Scream,
right?
Exactly. Killer in the first 10 minutes.
She's the killer in Scream 4. That has to be a reference in that movie. It has
it's full circle.
Full circle.
Right.
I was piecing that together when I was watching that. I'm like, oh, okay, so you got this killer of Scream 4 playing the good guy in this movie. Oh, come on. I had no clue what the movie was actually about. I was in for a ride. Right. So, okay, some of the blood effects, some of the CGI looks bad. Like when she shoots that dude at the end, and like you could see his head explode. Oh, that was like some 1990. Listen, it's a Universal movie. They have the money to not make something look like you made it on a phone. Saying.
Oh yeah.
Just saying. Do better.
The fight scene. That like ending fight scene's pretty good though.
Oh yeah, no, it's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
That's done really well. It has some really good
All I could
moments.
think of was that Family Guy joke. Hillary Swank, get your milk from her. And I was thinking, well, then again, the lead actress in this has more than Hillary Swank's got going on, so that joke's not really funny anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
I shouldn't say that, but
That's terrible.
it was terrible. It was terrible.
Oh my God.
Some uncensored thought for fun.
Right.
I'm just going to wait. So we kind of got off track, but I have another question for you.
What's up?
What are some of your favorite musical groups?
I'm also all over the place with this. Like I love metal, I love rap, I love hip hop. Which is like I like a lot of new music, and I also like a lot of 90s music. That's like my two big things for sure.
No, you probably like our music then.
Yeah. I gotta check it out.
Especially the new album we have coming on September 9th.
Oh yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to check that out, man, because
are you a Kubrick fan?
What's up?
Are you a Stanley Kubrick fan?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, then you'll really like it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Doing some like The Shining stuff or like that,
less that, more touching on some stuff that was talked about in Eyes Wide Shut with visuals. And
okay.
Also a little bit from Clockwork Orange. There's a line in the movie where the homeless guy in the beginning was getting robbed, and he's talking about how like essentially I forget exactly what he said, but something about civilization not being what it says it is or something. I'm not gonna quote it because like I'll fail, but I say in this song called The Obstacle, the Old West never died, it just found a new way to succeed and to thrive. But there's also like positives in the song, so it's like talking about shit but also not being depressive about it.
Yeah,
it's not just that. Like there's another one that's coming out for a single on Kubrick's birthday, July 28th, so next week. It's called He Tried to Warn Us, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if listen, I'm not a conspiracy theorist per se, but I call foul when I see something weird. And I think that he was killed for making Eyes Wide Shut because he had no history of heart attack in his life. And what he exposed was something very big, but not as big as they make it out to be, like something where big people are involved. And if you just do your research, you'll understand. Yeah, so that's all I'm going to say. There's only so much I will say, but He Tried to Warn Us is a dedication to him. It comes out on his birthday. I mean, the whole album is a dedication to him. And also, I don't know if you know about this, but look into Funimation. Look at this video done by Savix, right? The Dark Side of Funimation, right?
Yeah.
And he mentions something to do with the guy who plays Piccolo, right? And in the American dub, the Funimation dub for Dragon Ball Z. And he mentions a voice actress who used to play Gohan, who doesn't play Gohan anymore, and the new person they got isn't nearly as good. And I talked to this person, and it's confirmed. So I wrote a song for that person after what they had to put up with. I'm not going to say their name because I have respect. Savix's video did not. You can watch the video, you can find it. And it's called Fun-Turbation, ? Yeah. So that's what I'm doing with it's kind of like a classic rock kind of thing. There's some heavy guitars. You were mentioning that you like 90s. It's very 90s influenced, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of our stuff is like 60s, 90s kind of thing. Like we're trying to bring back the vintage. My dad saw Jimi Hendrix at Woodstock. He met the Grateful Dead.
Huge Jimi Hendrix fan too. I love that. Love him.
Jimi Hendrix is amazing. Huge influence. Huge influence. Grew up listening to him, but my dad met him, so it's like that's in my DNA now.
That's so cool. Yeah,
that's a lot of people can say that. I mean, he saw him at Woodstock, and he was in the front row, and he's like, "We meet again," right? So,
yeah,
right. That's meeting him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, you're in the same space. Yeah. Sure.
Very close. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Being a 60s hippie. So what are your favorite 90s bands?
I'm like, once again, I love the obscure stuff pretty much from the 90s. Like, I listen to like a little like pro. What's up?
Throw some names out there.
I love, I love like Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Soundgarden, like, like the typical like grunge stuff. Yeah, Chris Cornell, one of my favorite singers of all time. But I also love like the like more obscure like new metal stuff. Like I also love like Korn. I love Ministry.
There you go.
Static X. Like
cool.
I love industrial metal too.
What about Green Day?
Yeah, Green Day's great too, for sure.
I met them.
You met them? Nice.
Yeah,
I feel like
they're. Oh, sorry.
Are they jerks? I feel like they're jerks.
It's for show.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because I had sent all my stuff to their engineer who mixed American Idiot, Chris Dugan. And I finally decided to go to school for music. And he said, "Thanks, Joe. Good luck in school and always make sure you're having fun." While they were making Father of All. So they know who I am. They didn't call me up on stage, and I got that the first time. But honestly, they were protecting me from the bad parts of the industry, and I appreciate them for that. So
yeah.
But yeah, it's been kind of like, it's not direct, but that's just kind of how Green Day rolls. It's for show. It's an act. They're not actually assholes. Maybe when they're younger. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You could listen to old podcast episodes I've done where it's like, I don't want to be compared to Green Day because Billy Joe used to kick people off stage and shit like that. So, he's grown. He's grown.
What's your favorite?
But he's also
album?
50. So.
Yeah. So give him a break.
I've seen them 5 times.
Oh,
Once
for real?
during
Nice.
the American Idiot tour, twice during 21st Century Breakdown. I skipped out on the trilogy, even though I hated those albums at first, but now I love them. And then twice during Revolution Radio.
Revolution Radio is like my favorite thing that they've done in the past like couple of years or whatever.
Oh my god, it's so good.
It's like surprisingly good.
I got a story for you for that. I was on a plane coming because at 19 I went off to Missouri on my own, right? So when I started 996 actually, and as the album came out, I'm listening to it on the plane. So Forever Now, where he's like, standing at the edge of the world, it's giving me the chills. I was literally looking at the sunrise. I was literally looking down the edge of the world, as Billy's saying, looking down the edge of the world. It was like a trip, man.
Yeah.
It was a trip.
That's awesome. That's dope as fuck.
If I died in that plane crash, it'd be a real thing. I can never tell that story.
You'd have other people telling that story, I guess, but
or not. No,
it really just happened in your head. So
they wouldn't know at the time. We had only put out one album, so like people would be like, "Oh, the band that put out that shitty album." Okay,
Yeah.
Well, what about metal acts? You mentioned you like metal.
Yeah, so my dad was in a metal band in the 90s called SSA. You can look them up. I mean, they weren't like, it's pretty cool. They weren't like huge or anything like that, but they opened up for a whole bunch of people, and like they recently kind of got back together in like a little side project thing. It was called like Hell and Back. So they would open up for all these like hair metal 80s bands.
That's awesome.
And I met all of them. Like it was so cool. I'm like totally slipping my mind on specifically who I met, but there was one, it was like the people from the guy from Judas Priest's like other band or something like that.
That's awesome.
I couldn't even tell you the name of it, but I just remember being like, oh wow, okay, that's like people from Judas Priest, sweet.
Right.
So that's always, it was fun. It was a little time in my little chapter of my life, helping them, being like a roadie and shit.
That's funny that you say that. It's a little different. I wasn't a roadie, but I'm from Massachusetts, right?
Yeah.
And when I was 17 or 18, it was October 2014. Yeah, I just turned 18. I left my guitar at my friend Nick's house, Nick Witcher, where we had our first band practice at the year after, and first Dreaming Insomniacs practice. So we've been around 6 years.
Nice.
And essentially what we did, so I left my guitar there. I go there to get it. And he's like, "You better make it quick because we're going to see the Dropkicks." I'm like, "Wait, who and what now?" And he's like, "The Dropkick Murphys are playing a free show in Winton, Massachusetts because a soldier just died overseas." And I'm like, "Oh, no, hold on a second. I'm going and I'm getting my guitar signed." So I didn't think it was actually going to happen. We go there and essentially I'm looking for the band and I'm looking around. What I think is a security guard comes up to me and he's like, "What do you want?" Just like that, right? "What do you want?"
Yeah.
Very Massachusetts, straightforward.
Yeah.
It's like, hi, I'm not sure who is in the band. I'm just looking for the band. I'm hoping to like get my guitar signed and maybe take some pictures. I'm more of a fan of Green Day because you don't want to kiss their ass. But I didn't think it was one of them.
You also don't want to tell them that you think another band's better than them, though.
Well, turns out that was Ken Casey, the bass
Yeah.
player and one of the lead singers of the Dropkick Murphys. It's like, sure thing. He smiled, took a picture with me. All the guys did. They signed my guitar all nice. They loved that I didn't kiss their ass. They actually appreciated it. Oh, they probably get it all the time. Oh, we love the Dropkick Murphys. It's like, fuck that. So when they get a guy saying, I like Green Day more, but I'm here to get my guitar signed. You want in? They're like, yeah. No, it's funny. My dad ran into him a couple years later. And he's like, hey, do you remember my son who signed his guitar and took pictures with him? He's like, yeah, I fucking love that kid. So that happened.
That's really cool.
Yeah, they're nice people.
Nice. Yeah. That's great. That's great to meet your heroes and then they're not dicks, you know?
No. I mean, no, they're dicks, but they're the likable kind of dicks.
I got you.
Yeah, it's for sure. You kind of gotta, like with music, you kind of gotta act like a dick so nobody comes in and tries to fuck you over.
Yeah. You know, I see that angle.
I'm a nice person, but like sometimes on stage I've had my moments where I've been a dick. So
yeah.
This is more fun for me because I get to like have a conversation with somebody. There's no ego here. I get to hear somebody's perspective and give my own. It's a nice melding type experience. And it's a good way to meet new friends.
Oh yeah, podcasting's fun, man. We do like a little, me and my buddy, we just do like a little podcast for my Patreon, like every other couple of weeks. It's fun. It's just like we just talk about a horror movie, we review something. It's great. It's just like it's just fun to have a conversation, you know.
In the description for all of it.
Awesome. Mm-hmm. Very cool. So
we'll do the video version and the audio version on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all that.
So you are on Apple Podcasts.
We are.
Yes.
Again. For now. Until they show up again. Until I have to threaten to sue them again. No, I'm kidding. Hopefully they learn. You know.
Yeah. Hopefully.
I worked my ass off for years. I'm not looking for credit. I never have. I'm not that kind of person. I'll put my name in a few of the songs, like for written by. But most of the time I credit the band. And it's not just writing, it's production. It's hours and hours and hours of my painstaking hard work. You know, so when I've contributed that, and Apple has made my band look nice on their Apple Music platform. So I just would prefer for them to keep it that way.
Yeah.
It's funny. I called them out for the fact that on the new iPhone 12, they were turning down your phone if you listen to it too loud.
Yeah, I heard about that.
That's a form of fascism. No, I know it sounds funny, but it is. I should have the right to listen to my music as loud as I want to in the country of freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of press. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And they updated it and fixed it because I called them out and tagged them in it.
Yeah. That's annoying. Like, why
it works.
Your product should be about being the best it can be, not
censoring people and treating them like they're a slave. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But think about how Apple, and this was part of my statement to Apple when I was actually like, my threat to sue them was this long paragraph with thought out words. It wasn't just like, oh, fuck you, Apple. I was talking about how Steve Jobs founded that company on theft and abuse. And any good company thrives by continuing to be true and treating their employees right. That was founded on that. So think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Yeah.
This country of America was founded on similar things, and we're doing all right comparatively to some people. So it shows that humanity has a second chance, especially post-COVID. You know, That's kind of how I look at it. Yeah. It gets deep here. I hope you're okay with that. I should have gave you a preface.
Oh, you're good. I typically just don't comment on just political stuff.
I stay out of like going to a side. I'm centrist.
Yeah.
I don't vote.
You don't vote?
I don't vote. The only time I ever voted was for the governor of Massachusetts in like 2015. But I've tried to since, but I can never bring myself to like wanting to decide on either one because I feel like all these old corrupt politicians are just, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. It's going to be for the future, you know, like me, you, our kids, and so forth. We got to break the cycle and improve it. That's all. So I don't really touch on political issues to be taboo. I want to help America grow. I want to help people get to a better place of understanding without jumping down each other's throats based upon which asshole they support on a political side, and just to come together and love one another. So that's my approach. But for other people on YouTube, they sort of take things too far and they get just too negative for the sake of no reason. And then it becomes promoting the bad people that they're talking out against.
Yeah, the one political thing I will like comment on is like it seems like just especially in America, we've been divided for such a long time. And it's like the reason I don't comment on it is to like, I just want to have a space where we're not at each other's throats. Like we can have multiple different people with multiple different beliefs, like in the same area, loving something, which is horror films on my page. And that's what's so great about it. Where it's not talking about politics. It's not saying one person's right or wrong. It's just, let's just talk about horror movies and have a fun time. You know, that's kind of my philosophy with it, I guess.
Yeah. And it's been good to come here because like we get a little bit of both, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I got you.
Yeah. Plus, I'm looking to make a movie soon. So if you want to be in it, let me know.
I'm always down to go to Florida, man.
Oh yeah. You're always welcome.
Yeah. I'm going back to Wilmington, apparently.
Cool.
I put a poll out. I was like, would you guys be interested in a filming locations video for Halloween Kills? And I got like a 95% yes with like 250 votes. So I'm like, well,
okay,
fuck.
There you go. Go for it. Yeah, do it.
I'm going to have to do it now. So,
that video you did for the Scream location blew up.
It did. It did really well. I was really happy with that. Yeah. Put a lot of work into that one. So.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It was a fun time. It was so fun going down there. It's a gorgeous city too. You know, you think like a area that's had so many films made in it would be, look fucking dope. But no, this city was sweet. Like I would move there. And North Carolina. Yeah. I would never even think of North Carolina being nice. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I drove there once a year ago and I drove through thunderstorms. It was scary. Scary.
I did that too. Played some Jurassic Park music. It was pretty epic.
It's funny you say that. The one time I went to Universal when I was 14, I went on the Jurassic Park ride just as it started to rain, so they weren't calling it off. And it was the original, not the Jurassic World ride that it is now.
Yeah.
So it was like the movie. It was raining like this nice light. I felt like I was in the land of somewhere different. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. I love that ride. My
least favorite ride is the Spider-Man.
Really? You don't like the Spider-Man ride?
The 3D hurts my eyes.
Oh, okay.
I love the Hulk and the Doctor Doom Tower of Terror. I'll take those.
Oh yeah, those are fun. Men in Black.
We're talking about being adrenaline junkies. We have that in common.
Oh yeah,
dude. I could just have you on a podcast again just to talk about amusement park rides.
Oh my God, that you want to talk about other passions I have, man. Oh my God, I could just talk about that for hours.
Yeah.
My family, we love Universal. So like we'll go there every other year or so. And like, it's just like the most fun time, man. It's worth so it cool.
For the price. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So worth it for the price. And like all the it's all my favorite stuff too at Universal. Like I'm sure I would love going to Disney as well. Honestly, I've never been.
Me neither. But, and I'm happy that way. I just don't. If I got tickets for free, I'd go. But I don't want to give Disney my money. That's just
well, yeah, I can't argue with that.
It's fair.
Yeah.
It's fair. Sorry.
Oh no,
you're
talking. You're good.
You were talking. I didn't mean to kind of get off topic.
No, you're good. You're good. Men in Black was my favorite ride, though. It's just like it's a big video. It's like a $5 million video game, basically.
I think I did that one. Yeah. I can't remember. Do you think they had it in 2010?
Yeah, it's been there for a minute. I think.
It was right before the Harry Potter thing came. So
actually, you haven't done any of the Harry Potter stuff?
I heard the Quidditch ride's another 3D one, so that probably would give me a headache.
Oh yeah, they have
I also live in Daytona, and the slingshot's like right there, but it's $50. I'm not going to spend $50 to go right up in the air for 5 minutes.
Not even 5 minutes. Oh, it's just like like you get shot and then you just
and then you pay extra to make stupid faces to get 1 million views on their Facebook. Right. Okay, so that's what you're famous for.
Like, great, you went on the slingshot.
Yeah. The Daytona Devil Horns is what I call it. The place you go down to sell your soul. That's just me fucking around. I'm just being funny.
Oh yeah, you're good. You're good.
It looks cool at night. It's like the lights are red. You can see through the house.
That's cool.
Yeah, I live on the beach or by the beach, but I never go to the beach.
Why not?
I should go more.
Yeah, that's fun.
I
fun
hate,
time.
you know, I don't mean to be Anakin Skywalker, but I hate sand.
Yeah,
I do. Not like
it gets everywhere, dude.
It does.
Like literally everywhere.
It's coarse and rough. And
it's not fun.
It's not fun. No.
Sandy buttholes, not a good time.
Speaking of Star Wars, weirdly enough, that's the worst looking Star Wars film, right? And Last Jedi is the best Star Wars film.
Is that
the script for Attack of the Clones? I think is better than The Last Jedi.
I was gonna say you're like you think Last Jedi is the best Star Wars film, dog?
No, I think it's the best looking. No, it's the best looking Star Wars film.
Okay, I could see that. Yeah, the CGI
looks visually the best. Rise of Skywalker didn't look as good. They reused a lot of old CGI from Force Awakens, and it wasn't as good. Last Jedi's CGI and effects are on point. It's the best looking Star Wars film. Worst script. But Attack of the Clones is the worst looking Star Wars film and has a way better script.
Oh, that's that because like episode 6 looks a little rough. It's I mean, it depends on what cut you're looking at. But
well, I look at when episode 6 was made. I'm kind of giving a pass to the original trilogy. Those movies, some of the effects are really dated, like the tauntauns and stuff. Yeah, okay.
But like the prequels could have looked better, you know.
Prequels could have looked better. Oh, I'm not arguing that. Like I said, I never said Attack of the Clones visually looked good, did I?
Yep. Yeah. So I can't. Yeah, that's.
I'm not even saying the script is good. I'm just saying the script is better than The Last Jedi.
Oh yeah, I think the prequels are better written than the sequel trilogy for sure.
Way better.
Yeah, way better. The prequels got so much shit for the longest time, so it's the one reason I'm excited that the sequel trilogy exists, right?
Yeah, you know that is a great way to look at it. Like ever since I was a kid, I was raised on the prequels, right? First Star Wars movie I saw in theaters was Attack of the Clones, but at least I got to see Revenge of the Sith after that.
Yeah,
I saw Phantom Menace on VHS. I didn't have to wait 15 years. I got a different experience of it. My dad liked Jar Jar Binks. He thought it was funny. See, this is how I was raised. So when I come to internet culture, I'm like, what the fuck is everyone on about? And then I start believing it. And then
you start learning more about you see other people's perspectives on the same movie, and you're like, whoa.
And then the same thing happened to me due to Disney, because I had all these crazy theories about what they were going to do in The Last Jedi. They didn't. Yeah. And then by the time they kind of did one of those things, it was like too late, and it undid the ending of the original trilogy. So, and they also turned Rey and Kylo Ren into cousins that just made out. Because if you pay attention to their canon in their comics, Emperor Palpatine is the one who impregnated Shmi. So Anakin was born, and Kylo Ren is Anakin's grandson. And Rey is Emperor Palpatine's granddaughter, meaning that Kylo Ren and Rey are cousins.
the Star
Disney
Wars series, they
fixing
like to
plot
do that.
holes, but then reintroducing the worst one. Good for you.
The whole
That's why I don't support
Leia thing, man. It's so messed up.
Oh, the what
like in the because like they do that with
the rotoscoping thing where they like take Carrie Fisher's face and put it on someone else's body. That was
was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. But I'm just talking like original trilogy. The fact that like Luke and her like don't they kiss in the fourth movie?
Yeah. And Lucas says the whole thing was planned, but I don't think it really was.
No, that series likes doing gross stuff like that. I guess is my point.
Prequels had nothing like that. I mean, it was a little weird that Anakin was like into someone who was significantly older than him in the Phantom Menace, but you can give it past that. It is messed up that Anakin killed a bunch of kids, but again, I'll still take all of that in Star Wars over cousins or brothers and sisters making out. And Disney just went and, oh, we don't have a plan. We want money. Let's do this. Okay, we're not going to do that. All right, let's do this. Fuck. We dug ourselves into a hole here. Just like the hole that we tried to patch up with Rogue One. God damn it.
Did you like Rogue One?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was one of the better ones.
The music could have been a little better, and the title card could have been a lot better.
The ending was so cool, man.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised Disney had the balls to go there, but then again, they technically put out Scream. They own Miramax, so
Jesus.
Technically, like
they own everything, dude.
Yeah, right. That's funny because I said this on the last podcast, and it literally went the same way.
Yeah,
but it was different timing. So
I'm
trying. I don't want to reuse material. That's the kind of like I see a lot of like ASMR people, and the good ones for the most part make new content every week. But some of them will take their footage, right, and just like reuse it in different ways and make it look like they don't. And I feel like that's just lazy content creation.
Oh yeah, no, that's really crappy.
Right.
Like, you gotta at least, if you're gonna do that kind of content, you gotta at least like bring something new to the table every day, you know, put some work
and that's why
it.
If there's like some points that are recycled, at least there's a lot of new things in between that are there to sort of go alongside it. First off, just in case somebody missed the last episode. Second off, to plug the last episode and to plug the future episode as well. Having our original band member Stephen Spacey on to close out season 2.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
and then
cool.
We're going to do season 3. So if you want to be on it, the door is always open.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
I have a final question.
What's up?
What inspires you to keep going?
You know, I've been doing this since 2013. And this is now
same.
Yeah.
YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been here since the beginning of like high school for me. And I had to take 100 different approaches before I got any sort of success. And like what kept me going through it all is knowing like one day I'm going to get that big number of subscribers and it's all going to be worth it. And you got to just keep thinking about that. Like it is so tough. Sometimes you just want to lay down and like pass out. Cause like I have a part-time job on top of doing YouTube and making a movie and running, putting extra content on my Patreon.
I want to hear about your movie.
Oh yeah. I'm so excited for it, man. I don't want to spoil anything. Like I don't want to talk about plot details because I have there's a lot of twists and turns.
Talk about just what it is.
It's a Scream fan film that is, I want it to be like an appetizer to Scream 5. You know, like I want it to be like, I want to introduce some stuff, make fun of some current stuff that's going on in the genre. Not, you know, poke fun, nothing negative. There's a lot of meta humor. Like I want to have that going on. And I just kind of want to make jokes about what's going on in the horror community right now. Cause it kind of seems like Scream 5 isn't taking that approach. So I was like, okay, well, I'm going to take that approach because I think that's cool.
Hey, if you want me to be in it, I'm down.
I will say this on your podcast. So you can, in the title of this, you can say Killjoy Jake drops a big leak about his fan film or something. Actually, don't do that. But
I can put it in the description if you want.
There we go. Perfect.
Just the way you said it too.
Just like the way I said it. There you go.
Like 3 exclamation points.
In quotation marks.
Yeah.
Right. So at the end, I am doing after the credits scene featuring a whole bunch of other horror YouTubers. And if you want to get in on that, I will message you details about it.
All right. Yeah, I'm down.
Heck yeah. Awesome.
And also the thing about your channel, man, once you cross 1,000, you're good. You're doing all right. You're doing all right. You're doing great.
Yeah, if you can make it to that point, it's really just about continuing uploading, continue to like get the watch time too. I remember like I hit 1,000 subscribers, but I still wasn't at the watch time. Like it's a little more difficult to do that as well.
Sometimes it takes money.
Yeah,
money and promotion. It's like give and take.
You have to have a hit. You got to have some good videos. You know, you can't
yeah. Before I ever put money into it, I earned my thousands. You know, 2,000 here. 1,500 here, you know.
Exactly. That's kind of what
periodic.
Yeah,
but I still earned them. Like my first Facebook for the Dreaming Insomniacs, I earned the first 1,000 likes. Same with 996. I earned the first 1,000 likes. So it's not like I'm just like going out of my way to buy views or followers. You got to promote
because there
has to be right.
They'll just like their first video, they'll just drop money on, and it's just like don't do that.
No, like, there's no process behind it. Plus, you also have to share it around. Share that link like crazy. Get people onto it if they're not onto it. And then once they are, if they enjoy your stuff, you're set. You got because
if you just
audience,
have like if you just have a bunch of fake people, like if you just have a bunch of fake people subscribe to your page, that's nothing. That means
that's not growth.
Nothing.
Like, that's just stagnancy. If that's a word. Is that a word?
It's a pile of dirt.
Stagnant.
Yeah, sure.
A pile of shit laying stagnant. There we go.
There we go. That's perfect.
Yeah. Hey, we both came up with that.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's a good word.
Oh, you should get Zach Cherry in on that too if he wants.
I'll shoot him a message for sure.
Yeah.
Because
Sure, I know he would love to be in a movie. So even
I know
he
loves Scream, man. His content is fantastic.
It's mainly Scream focused.
Oh yeah.
That's why I like it though.
Yeah.
I was actually asking him about that breakdown he did about the opening scene. He was talking about how many grueling hours went into it, and I was like, I have massive respect for this man. Like seriously, he's been not only a really great YouTuber, but legitimately a good friend to me.
That's cool, man. That's really awesome. Yeah. All right,
Same with
I'm
Jamie Kennedy
send him a
too.
message now. Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that interesting?
That's cool that he's so humble, like he really, he's been in a bunch of huge movies, and you think he'd have a little more of a, like a rock star attitude with that kind of thing, but it's cool. It's cool that he's humble, That's awesome. That's always good to hear.
The thing with Zach Cherry, I've been supporting him since he had 100 subscribers. So the fact that he's still there after he blew up shows something. Because I've been in contact with other YouTubers, whether it was ASMR people or there was one instance of an actor from Hollywood that I mentioned on the last one who was in Dexter, who I was connected to, and then they either cut the connection or did something to spite me, and it's like, all right. Like I'll tell you too if you want. Desmond Harrington, the guy who plays Quinn in Dexter.
Yeah.
He had a really cool Instagram account where he had all these photos where they weren't of him, which is not like actors to do. He only had a couple like maybe 3,000 followers, maybe less. Very low count.
They weren't pictures of him though?
No. So once in a while there'd be a black and white. They were all artistic black and white photos, right? So I was helping promote it. I was like tagging into my stories. This is awesome. How often do you see an actor in Hollywood do this, right? So he would delete my comments after responding to them. And then he deleted all those photos and started posting pictures of himself and then bought followers.
What? That's weird.
Yeah. It's shitty.
Yeah. That's bizarre.
But whatever. Man. At least Jamie Kennedy's awesome. And so is that. Yeah. So there's two. Yeah. And you are as well. There's three.
Oh, thank you. I'm touched.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. Hey, honesty. That's what I get. Honesty is the best policy. Honesty and modesty are the best policies. There we go.
It rhymes, so it has to be true.
It has to be true. And I'm a musician, so you got it all right there.
There you go. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. Is there anything else you want to throw out there, like plugs or anything?
Subscribe to Killjoy Jake, man. I'm almost at 5,000 subs.
Woo!
Oh yeah, I would love to get there before the end of the month. So fingers crossed.
Let's get there. I'll share the crap out of this video too.
I appreciate it so much. It's been a pleasure talking to you, man.
Likewise, Jake. Let's do this again soon. You're always welcome.
Hell yeah, sounds good, man.
All right, peace, my brother.
Peace.